I am really impressed. You know, you look at these, a lot of these guys are 0-1, 0-0 even. They come in so composed, in so much shape. This looks like somebody with 12 fights.
Well, but again, they're training with guys and girls who are competing. But also, we got Kasim Sanders coming up next. Now, he's 1-0 out of the Lions Den. I was talking to their coach. He said, he may be 1-0. He may only have trained for a year. But over the last year, he shared the mats with the likes of Valentina Shevchenko, Max Holloway in seminars, his teammates. Dan Severn, Josh Barnett are coming there next month. So these young athletes are having the exposure to the competitors, the other athletes, the other teams that really just elevate them.
And that is obviously the advantage of being a part of a gym that has a full stable of fighters, because you're just getting that action all the time.
You need the different looks, the different styles, the different takes on the whole sport in a whole, because I could miss something, Will could find something. I could train something, Will could train something. You could train something. You can't say nobody brings anything to the table, because you could be a lower tier fighter and still have something that nobody's seen, because being in the sport for so long, you see so many different things. Like coming up in jiu-jitsu, I'm sure Will attest to it, there's so many different things that you learn. Like,
honestly,
my
my jiu-jitsu is terrible compared to these guys. I mean, jiu-jitsu has turned into Alice in Wonderland's rabbit hole meets a Rubik's Cube.
Yep.
I mean, the level that these guys and girls are taking this, they're inventing all these new submissions every damn week. Yep. I got to try to keep up with them so that I don't miss them. I missed a buggy choke in one fight. I want to kick myself in the ass.
Right? Yeah. I mean, even when I transitioned from boxing to kickboxing, I thought I knew angles and and then going into kickboxing, it's a whole different world. Your spacing and your timing and everything is so much different. But it's a beautiful transition to do all that type of stuff.
Here comes Chris Saltzman.
I smell bleach.
Me too. I think they had to clean the ring.
I believe Ed Kinner actually did it.
Ed Kinner had to clean the blood up in one of my fights. Wasn't mine.
Good old Ed.
Ed's been around a long time.
Very.
Director of the USMTA. Always doing a top-notch job, keeping the fighters safe, making sure the blood work is in, making sure these fighters are in good health.
I mean, our cage looks spectacular.
He's a multifaceted professional.
He did a really good job. I mean,
he ain't afraid to get grimy.
Well, listen, the bleach smell is overwhelming, but the cage looks spectacular.
Might as well just smell some permanent markers. Not that I did that in school or anything, Brian.
No. Gateway.
That's why I sat in the back of the class.
Gateway. Well, Bellis definitely looks, we've had so many fighters, first time, for me at least, seeing some of these guys, and I know Henderson came in here just a couple of fights ago, his first fight. These guys come in really good shape. I mean, these are athletes in the cage that also happen to be damn good fighters.
Well, I will say that, I was talking to the Jucow guys, and if there was ever a knock on that school is that they really love to hang out together and have fun, and, maybe it wasn't strict enough. And this new Muay Thai coach that they have is very strict.
And we send
them disciplined.
And we send it into the cage for our official introduction with Mike Falvo.
Our next bout on the card for Cage War 61 is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in our lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He weighed in last night at 155 pounds even. Representing TKO Mixed Martial Arts out of Bayside, Queens, New York, Josh, the Eurasian Sensation Bellis. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He weighed in last night at 155 pounds, representing Team Jucow out of Scotia, New York, Chris Saltzman.
So I know I'm the novice here.
And the
and maybe you guys can give me more insight, but if you look at body types, right, if you're watching this in stimulus.com, it looks impossible that both of these fighters weigh the same amount.
Yeah, it's very
it looks literally impossible.
Saltzman, the taller guy, though, we don't know how much weight Bellis cut.
Wow,
they're both swinging for the fences. Nice right hand by Saltzman.
Somebody's going down.
How about Saltzman taking it to him?
Oh.
Wow!
Bellis doing a good job, though. Moving laterally.
Both guys have very fast hands. And it's not, it's a little wild, but
Bellis has got to be careful moving to the left because Saltzman's looking for that heavy right hand.
There's some violence.
Nice
happening here.
jab. I'd like to see Bellis follow these up with kicks. Good. There we go. Nice.
Yeah, Saltzman, you're right, is turning right into
Nice
a
hard jab. Oh,
right
that
to a
was a
left
brutal
hook.
leg kick.
Oh my gosh. And Saltzman's already wearing it.
Again, though, I'd like to see Bellis start to come to the right, throw like a lead inside leg kick.
Wow, look at the
Nice right
comeback. He
hand
got
by
him.
Saltzman.
Stumbled him. Saltzman's got him hurt and up against the cage.
Oh, nice right hand.
Guys are just swinging.
This is tremendous action
Nice
here.
jab cross. Saltzman says, let's fight.
Punches down the middle, I think, are going to work right now.
I don't think Bellis expected the return fire power. I think it caught him by surprise.
he's
I
still trying
agree.
to
And when
figure it
you're
out.
fighting an unorthodox fighter who throws these wild punches, it's hard to deal with sometimes.
I mean, and these are some big shots landed by both men.
Halfway through this round.
What a scrap.
Bellis needs to circle right.
And
Bellis doing a nice job with the jab, though.
He
And-
keeps circling into his power.
Yep, that's why I said I'd like to see a lead inside leg kick to like a cross.
And I don't know if you
Nice
guys have
hook.
a good. I don't know if you guys have a good look, but Saltzman's right eye is almost
That's
obliterated
that
at
jab.
this point.
That
Yep.
jab has been eating him up.
There
Good
we go.
takedown by Bellis.
Now remember,
I
with
think this was a takedown to get some air.
That and secure, because really it's been a war both ways. If he can maintain this position, have some control time, he may win this round handily.
what a fight, back and forth, big shots, big punches.
Now you got to be careful. If you're Bellis, you don't want your hands on the mat. There we go. He pulled it up off.
Yeah, 40 seconds to work.
You know, and everything Saltzman's teammates have said is true. It's not the most technical guy, but he's going to come forward and he's going to throw.
Well, he also showed a tremendous amount of durability as well. And it's hard. I mean, how do you know if somebody's durable or not, right? I mean, you don't know until
You
they're
get your-
fight tested.
You get into fights in the gym.
Yep.
Some guys don't know until they get in there if they're durable or not.
15 seconds left, guys.
Now, with amateur MMA rules for these particular gentlemen, there is no ground and pound head strikes. It's only to the body, although he's getting awfully close there. Those are close to the neck.
But he's trying to stay high so that, you know, Saltzman can't use his feet, create some distance. Good awareness by both guys. Got to give that round to Bellis.
Saltzman, though, is extremely live. Okay, here was the early exchange in round number one. I mean, the thing with Saltzman, when he gets popped, I mean, you see his head snap back.
And he's got that heavy overhand right coming from that weird angle.
Look at how he just kept stalking him.
And Bellis is just circling into his power every shot.
Yeah, if I'm Kevin Reed, I'm going to say start circling the other
Other
way.
way.
Even though he didn't get clipped, you
He's
can.
very.
All clean shots. Good clean shots by both men.
Again, Saltzman the longer guy, so again, it's only a couple inches, but that makes a big difference.
And this is where I think Saltzman rocks him, and he kind of had him stumbling.
Bellis doing a nice job. He started to chop that front leg. I'd like to see some more of that in round two.
Utilize that jab a little bit more. Come down the middle instead of throwing loopers.
Saltzman and Bellis round two in our lightweights. That was a great first round. I can't wait to see what number two has in store. Here we go.
They didn't waste no time.
Both of them established the center of the ring. Bellis obviously feels he's got the advantage on the ground.
That was a little too easy.
But again, that shows the respect he's got for Saltzman striking.
Yeah, I think when he clipped him, he didn't like that too much.
Saltzman trying to get to the right hip. Bellis doing a nice job controlling that knee, trying to pass. Hips are awful high, though. Good job by Saltzman.
Good call, Will. Too high.
Oh, nice left hook.
Duck under again.
Man, Saltzman's got to dig that underhook. He's got to sprawl.
I think Saltzman lost his mouthpiece, too.
He's got to drop them hips.
Look how high those hips are. If I'm Saltzman, I'm getting that left
Bump
arm underneath
under.
the chin, framing, and getting that right knee in.
Drop that right hip at least.
There we go. Left forearm to the throat. Create that frame. Get to the right hip. There we go. You know, and really Bellis isn't doing anything here. He's just kind of holding him. Keith Peterson over getting a better look. And Keith does a nice job. He will stand these guys up. Looks like he's holding him more than fighting him.
Less than a minute and 30
Somebody's
left to go in our
bleeding.
second round.
See the blood on Bellis'
Yeah.
left shoulder?
Yeah, Saltzman has opened up on his right eye big time.
And either way, this is wearing on Saltzman. He's weighing all that weight on his neck.
So what do you think in this situation? What is the referee looking to do for him to stand them up in this situation?
You just want to make sure they're being active. If they're
Yep.
not active,
It's such an arbitrary thing, though, right? Like levels of activity. Like he's being active, but the fans could see this as, stand him up.
Yeah.
But he is,
he's definitely working. He's grinding them.
Yep, I agree.
It's an unorthodox grip he's got right there.
Yeah.
Saltzman back up. Nice job.
All right, good. 30 seconds left to
Nice
go.
uppercut.
Nice uppercuts.
Nice.
Oh.
I mean,
Nice knee to the body. Good clinch work by Bellis. Looking for the trip. Nice job digging that underhook by Bellis.
Yeah, I think Bellis is a little bit more fresh.
Good job turning him. And he's the stronger of the two.
First time we've seen knees utilized in a long time.
Well, and again, coming from TKO MMA, those guys are great with the clinch work, great with the knees. Saltzman's got to be careful keeping his head down like that.
Yeah, you're just,
yeah.
especially when you got if you got any sort of underhook and trying to go for another one.
Great round by Bellis. Saltzman kept fighting, but, he was definitely outclassed for most of that round.
Yeah.
I think he's gassed, too,
yeah,
at this point.
Not much in the tank, really. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think he was sort of content in the last maybe 20 or 30 seconds, trying to catch maybe a breather.
We
Maybe.
got a doctor coming in to check his eye.
Well, let's see if we can get a look at that, because that is open.
Which, again, with these amateur rules, they're not going to let it go if it's too bad.
If he's able to see out of it, but the doctor determines it's just too big of a cut, would they stop it under those circumstances?
Usually
Yeah,
they'll stop it if
yeah.
it's big enough cut and it's bleeding into the eye and kind of hurting the vision.
They might be deciding that right now.
Yeah, I think
No, he's good. They're letting him go.
Good, here
we
we
go.
go.
Round 3, guys.
Which we've seen doctors before that.
Oh, like down at Philly, that doctor that kept coming in the ring after somebody just got punched.
Yeah.
That is, he's got a really big cut. And it appears to be just on the sort of the bridge above the eyebrow, maybe.
Let's see how round 3 plays out here.
But we
You
know.
know, is Bellis going to play it safe and go for the takedown, or is he going to try to end this fight?
Well, we know Saltzman's got to come out swinging for the fences. He's more than likely down 2 rounds.
No, they're bringing the
calling the doctor
doctor
back
again.
Yeah, it is. Let's see.
I thought he just checked that, guys.
Oh, it's under the eye.
Saltzman telling him he can see. It's not hurting his vision.
maybe Keesing.
It looks like he's checking the orbital, maybe. All
Keith
right, here we
Peterson.
go, guys.
Remember, guys, fighter safety.
Something tells me Saltzman would have been good either way.
Yeah.
With all due respect. I don't think he was worried.
Oh,
my
nice
gosh.
head kick. Wow.
Still standing. We have seen men take vicious shots tonight.
It's the night of chins.
But again, if
It
he didn't
is.
have those shin guards on, it likely
Oh, it would have been
would have
good.
dropped him.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I've been kicked with shin guards and not shin guards, and it's a different world.
And if you're Saltzman, you're like, okay, I agreed to go out for a 3rd round for this. Come on.
He's going to work an arm triangle.
Bellis is no joke.
You know, I don't know if submissions are in his wheelhouse, though, honestly, just looking at
He's
the way
going to go
he's
for a
using on the ground.
crucifix. But what can he do? He can't really do much from a crucifix.
You could isolate that left arm for a Kimura.
You can get a pretty good look, too, at Saltzman's eye here.
Bellis doing a nice job making it uncomfortable, putting that forearm in the face, putting it in the throat.
Yeah, he's dirty. He does some of that
That's
dirty.
not dirty.
No, I don't mean like literally dirty, but it's it's kind of that dirty
It's
boxing.
rough.
Yeah, it's like let's go and muck it up.
Making him wear his weight right there. Diaphragm to diaphragm.
But
when
again,
you
his hips
exhale,
are high. There we go. He's dropping the hips now.
Yeah, look at
it
he's
feels like
making it
Posting
ugly.
on the face. I love it. You just want to make your opponent miserable.
We're gonna
You-
take
you
full
want-
mount here.
Oh, nice job. You want to make him hate being there.
Can you apply pushed pressure on a face? You just can't
Yeah.
strike it, even in MMA, amateur.
Yep, you can post on it.
Yeah.
Because
Like he is there with the forearm.
because that does weigh on you. It's got to.
And it hurts.
And
Yes.
your instinct is to turn away from it.
and then you catch an
And you-
elbow or
and you're,
something.
of course, you're this way. You got to turn into it, which
He's
is even
looking-
harder.
Looking for that neck. Can he get to the head and arm choke?
I mean, Saltzman's is game, but Bellis is just dominating right now.
Got a perfect gift wrap right there, Will, but he missed it.
He did. Saltzman kind of accepting this position, doing his best, trying to get to a hip. Bellis just overwhelming him. 1 minute left.
Yep.
And he could have the choke there if he can hop over.
Almost like he's going for a Ezekiel choke there for a second. Armbar too. I mean, oh, there it is.
There you go. He's got to get to the other
When-
side. Good
oh.
awareness by Saltzman. Turning towards that choke.
Bellis is one of these fighters has a lot of tools. He brings the
He's
the full arsenal with him.
Superman in that right arm. And
I'd like to
Armbar
see
all
some
day.
ground and pound of the face from this guy in a future fight.
He looks like the real deal.
going right back into it. This is where you got to keep your forehead to the mat.
Drop your hips.
Yep. Bring that elbow in a little bit deeper. Yep, rolled it out of it.
And can we just give
Setting up for
Saltzman?
an armbar, I believe.
Can we give
setting up for an
Saltzman though? Literally, like I mean, for 2.5 minutes, this guy's been toughing it out
10
like we've never
seconds.
seen before.
Definitely tough.
How tough?
He's getting ready. Oh, he's going to ride it out.
Well, a pretty
Great job dominating by Bellis.
Yeah.
Amazing job showing how tough Saltzman is.
That,
Bellis
I'm
excited.
going to say fight of the night so far.
That's because we haven't seen Kenny Correa and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Desmain yet.
Did you
There's
guys-
a little bit of beef there. it
Did you
seemed
see
like.
the beef?
Yeah.
Did anything happen? Did anything happen before the fight?
I don't know.
Why? There's no reason for that. Look, it could just be energy. Obviously, the guy's hyped after a win.
Director of the USMTA coming over, having a conversation with him. Of course, we want to see good sportsmanship in there.
Yeah, I was surprised by
but
that.
we don't know what happened. We don't know if they were talking to each other on the ground. And again, sometimes the emotions get the best of
Yeah.
you. Your sympathetic nervous system is firing. The epinephrine is firing. I mean, you just kind of let loose. Like on the UFC, how many really derogatory terms did some of those
Two last
post-fight interviews?
Oh,
Oh, my
my
Lord.
God.
Surprised they didn't get canceled.
I'm surprised that the one
Yeah,
dude
there's a lot
didn't
of
get booted out of the UFC for that.
That's what I mean. Surprised they didn't get canceled.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when he addressed the entire crowd,
The
didn't
whole
he?
crowd,
You
yeah.
all are a bunch of
Yep.
So for some reason, Bellis just won't let it go.
The main thing that
And
I always told my guys training, you got to have thick skin in this business. You got thin skin, it's not good. You let your emotions get the best of it. But again, we're in a fist fight. And cooler heads will prevail.
I'm not sure what's happening here because it looked like one of the guys in Saltzman's corner wanted to take it up with Bellis.
Yeah, Hakeem
and now he's just
Newkirk,
leaving.
and I don't blame him. All right, flipping him off. This is an interesting fight, guys. Sorry for the folks at home.
Whatever is happening now didn't happen during the fight. I think it happened moments after the fight. We're going to bring it up to Mike Falvo in the cage with our decision.
Well,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds of mixed martial arts action, we go to the official scorecard. All 3 judges have scored the fight in favor for your winner by way of unanimous decision out of the blue corner, Joshua, the Eurasian sensation, Bellis.
and Josh Bellis takes a unanimous decision.
Not the crowd favorite, but, I mean, things happen.